Welcome to Muffed. Tough year, and we owe you the story. Muffed! CeeDee Lamb finished 2025 as the number 22 wide receiver in total PPR points, but the number 10 in PPR points per game, and that gap is the whole story of his year. Two things collided: a week 3 high ankle sprain that cost him 3 games, and the arrival of George Pickens as a true co-alpha. Lamb still cleared 1,000 receiving yards for the 5th straight season, but 75 catches, 1,077 yards, and just 3 touchdowns were the leanest full season numbers of his career outside his rookie year. A December concussion against the Lions added another bruise, and the Cowboys missed the playoffs at 7-9. The skill was there, the volume and the touchdowns were not. Now let's get into the numbers. Lamb averaged 15.5 PPR points per game across 13 appearances, and the usage stayed elite, a 25% target share and a 34% share of his team's air yards, alpha receiver territory on any roster in the league, a receiver air conversion ratio of 0.88 and 2.8 yards of average separation. Say the route running and the chemistry with Dak Prescott were intact. This was not a skill decline. The problem was the touchdown column and the ceiling. Just 3 scores on 117 targets is why his total receiving expected points added landed at a modest plus 29 despite the volume. He was remarkably steady on the high side. 11 of 13 games landed between 11 and 25 PPR points, but the ceiling games never came. He topped 25 points 0 times. A true top 5 fantasy receiver delivers 4 or 5 30 burgers in a season. Lamb had none, and that's the entire gap between the number 10 per game finish and a top 5 one. The play that captures it best came in week 7 against the Commanders, his first game back from the ankle. 1st and 10, Cowboys up 10-8. Prescott dropped a deep middle ball into Lamb's hands, and he took it 74 yards to the house, 37 air yards, 37 yards after the catch, the single biggest expected points play of his season at plus 5.4. That's the version of Lamb that justifies a first-round fantasy pick: separation, catch point control, and the speed to finish from anywhere on the field. The 2025 season just didn't give us enough of those moments. The talent profile is still a top 10 receiver. The touchdown total and the shared target tree are why he finished where he did. Muffed! Lamb finished as the number 22 wide receiver in total points and the number 10 in per game scoring, a clear top-tier talent whose fantasy ceiling got capped by missed games in a shared target tree. The glaring weakness was the touchdown column, just 3 scores on 117 targets despite a 34% air yard share. The finishing equity simply didn't convert this year. That's CeeDee Lamb's 2025. One quick note, if you want the same treatment for every player on your fantasy roster every week, head to muff.ai and we'll build you a custom weekly show. That's the wrap.